Hello everyone, today I'll be making dahi vada. So, for making the batter, I have drained whole urad and grinded it using very little water to a thick, coarse and fluffy batter. Now, let's transfer it into a bowl and add salt, cumin seeds and whisk it till it becomes light and fluffy. And for making the chutney to make the dahi vada taste better, uh, for the green chutney we need to take two chilies and some coriander, and for the sweet tamarind chutney we have to take tamarind and 3 to 4 dates and some curd. So now let's move on to making the vada. Let's fry the vada now. Now let's heat sufficient oil in kadai. Let's dampen our hand and let the oil heat for a little time. Now let's drop small portions of the batter into hot oil and deep fry it until it turns golden brown. Now we can see our vadas has slightly turned brown. So now let's move it onto a plate. Let's make 2 to 3 vadas more and let's move on to the preparation of chutney. Now let's take sufficient amount of water into a large bowl, and now let's drain the vadas and soak this vadas in our bowl for 2 to 3 minutes. So let's keep it away for 2 to 3 minutes and then let's be back. Now let's squeeze out the vadas and arrange them on this serving dish. Squeeze until all the water is drained out of this vada. Let's do with the rest of the vadas too. As we can see that we have drained all the water from the vadas, let's make the sweet curd and let's make the chutneys. To make the sweet tamarind chutney, let's add some dates and some tamarind, and while grinding it, let's add some water so that it will become into a smooth paste. For the dahi, let's put some curd into the bowl and a pinch of sugar and a pinch of salt. Now let's mix it properly. So now let's make the green chutney and the sweet tamarind chutney, and I'll be back. Now let's add some coriander and chilies to make green chili paste. So now all three chutneys are prepared. Let's pour chilled yogurt on top of the vada. Now let's add some chili powder on top of it. Now let's add a tamarind chutney and our green chili chutney on top of it. And let's add some cumin powder and some more chili powder on top of it. So now let's add some save on top of it to serve it delicious. And there you go, our dish is prepared.
To make khadi pakoda, we will need around 3 tablespoons besan, unsalted buttermilk, chopped curry leaves, finely chopped green chilies, half grinded cumin powder, red chili powder, turmeric powder, salt, amchur or dry mango powder, mustard seeds, baking soda, hing, fenugreek seeds or methi seeds, finely chopped onions, and red chili. Now let's start the procedure. So in besan, we are going to add the buttermilk. You should make sure that there are no lumps in it. Add the rest of it slowly. Now let's add a little bit of cumin powder which we grinded, red chili powder, turmeric powder, little bit of salt, and mix it. Make sure there are no lumps of anything. Once all the ingredients are mixed, let's keep this aside and prepare the batter for our pakoras. So here we took besan, and in that let's add a little bit of baking soda, and mix it normally. Now let's add chopped onions. Once all of them are mixed, let's add a little bit of water. Slowly, the batter shouldn't be too thin. Once the batter gets thick consistency like this, we are supposed to add a little bit of amchur powder or dry mango powder, and salt to taste. Once everything is mixed, we are supposed to start making the khadi. So to start off with, we'll be adding some oil. So once you have added oil, we are supposed to add a little bit of hing, around small tablespoon methi seeds, little bit of mustard seeds, and mix them. Once the methi seeds make the crackling sound, we are supposed to add the next ingredients. Now we are supposed to add mirchi and curry leaf. In that we are supposed to add the 2 red mirchi which we have chosen and mix it. Once all of them have got mixed, we are supposed to add the besan mix which we have made. We are supposed to continually stir it so that the curd won't break. As we can see now that the khadi is getting cooked, it's getting boiled. Let's make pakoda in the meantime. So I have poured oil in this and put the flame on medium. Once the oil gets heated, I'll put the batter in it to make the pakoras. Keep stirring the khadi in between. Fry the pakoras in the oil until they are golden brown. Now our curry is ready. So in this we'll be adding the pakora. Once we boil the pakoras in the curry for 1 or 2 boils, our curry will be ready to serve. Our curry is done, and for the garnish, we are going to add oil in a small dish. And once it's hot, we are going to off the flame and add red mirchi powder. Now our oil is hot, and let's add red mirchi powder and mix it. Now our curry pakora is ready to eat.
Hello guys, today I'll be making besan ki masala roti. We need 1 cup besan, 1 cup atta, 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee, chopped chili, and for the filling in besan ki masala roti, we need to take 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt, mirchi powder, cumin powder, turmeric powder, ajwain, garam masala, and coriander powder. And let's move on to the preparation of the roti. So now let's start making the filling in roti. Let's mix all the spices in a bowl. So now let's combine all the ingredients for roti and knead into a soft dough using water as required. Divide the dough into 2 portions. Now let's mix it into soft dough. So I have kneaded the dough, so let's keep this aside for 10 to 20 minutes. I'll be back. So now we can see that our dough has completely been rest. So let's start to roll out each ball into 4-inch disc and place it on the floor, and let's make roti, and then let's fill it with the masala. Now let's start making the roti. Let's take some dry flour so that it won't stick. So now I made the roti. Let's place 1 portion of masala filling onto the roti. And now let's fold it into half. And then again into half to make it into a triangular roti. So now let's roll it up. We can see that the roti has become. Now I have made the roti into triangular shape. So let's repeat the same with the remaining portions of the roti. Now let's heat the tawa and fry each roti with a little ghee. First let's apply ghee on the pan. Let the ghee get a bit heated and turn into liquid. Let's heat the roti on the pan until it becomes a golden brown on the both sides. So let's turn it again to check whether it's completely browned. As we can see, the roti has turned golden brown. Let's move it onto a bowl. Now let's make the other two rotis and let's serve it. So as we can see that our rotis are ready, let's garnish it with some mirchi and coriander, and let's serve it hot with raita. Enjoy!
Okay, so first we take 5 different types of dals: urad dal, tur dal, chana dal, moong dal and masoor dal, 50 grams each, and fry them in a pan to get a better taste. Okay, now later put them in a vessel and wash them with water so that it's clean and all. Okay, clean it for 3 times and then later drain the water. Now take the clean dal and add and put them in a pressure cooker and add 1.5 glass of water. And cook it till you get 4 to 5 whistles. While waiting for the steam to subside in the pressure cooker, take a new pan and add some oil. As it heats up, now add some hing, mustard and jeera and some curry leaves. And I also add some red chili. Now add the chopped onions. And also add some turmeric powder and mix them. After the onions are cooked well, add the tomatoes. Now after the vegetables are cooked well, add the dal, add the mixed dal. And if needed, The water can be added for the consistency of the dish and mix them well till it's cooked properly. Now add some chili powder, salt, and mix them well. Now add the chopped coriander to the dal. And mix them till it's cooked well. And then the dal is done. This is how the mixed dal looks like after cooking. So now let's make rajma chawal. To make rajma chawal, I'm going to make rajma curry and jeera rice. So the needed ingredients to make rajma curry are ghee, tomato puree, overnight soaked kidney beans, paste of onion, ginger and garlic, finely chopped onions and slit green chili, red chili powder, garam masala, salt, coriander powder and turmeric powder. So now let's start the procedure. To start with, we need to boil the rajma. So I have taken 1 cup of rajma seeds and to boil them I am going to use 2 cups of water. So now to boil them I am going to pressure cooker them, and after 4 to 5 whistles the kidney beans will be boiled. So now let's add some salt and close the lid. By the time our rajma gets boiled, we'll make jeera rice. So to make jeera rice, the needed ingredients are basmati rice, jeera and few whole garam masala like bay leaves, dry red chili pepper, elaichi, cinnamon and cloves. So now to make jeera rice, first we are going to add ghee, and in that we are going to add the jeera. Bay leaf, elaichi, cloves and cinnamon. We are going to break the dry red chili pepper into 2. And mix it properly. So now as we can see that the jeera has changed its color and also the red chili peppers, we are going to add rice into this, basmati rice. Now let's mix the rice. Now we are going to add some salt as per taste. Putting salt is totally optional. As I have used 2 cups of basmati rice, I am going to pour in 4 cups of water for it to cook. Now let's just stir it once and close the cap. So now our rice is almost cooked, where we'll just toss it a little. and put back the lid. Now our rajma has been cooked. So to make sure that it's good, you just need to check whether it's getting mashed easily with your fingers. So as we can see, it's getting easily cooked. So now let's make the rajma curry. I'm using ghee first. In this ghee, we are going to add onions and the slit green chilies. We are supposed to fry these onions until they're kind of like golden brown. Now as we can see, the onions size has become way smaller and they have also turned golden brown. So we're going to add in onion, ginger and garlic paste. Now we'll add tomato puree as well. This is tomato puree. Now let's mix it a little and then close it with the lid so that it gets a little thicker. Now as we can see, the gravy got thicker and it's losing a little bit of ghee in the sides. So it means that this has cooked well. Now we'll add our masala spices. Turmeric powder, 1/4 tablespoon. 1/4 tablespoon garam masala. Around 1 tablespoon coriander powder. Salt as per your taste. And 1.5 tablespoon red chili powder. Now let's mix them well. Now the mixture has been mixed well with all the spices. So let's add some water. So now let's add the rajma in this. Let the rajma get mixed properly with the gravy and cook it on simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Now our rajma is totally mixed well with the gravy which we made, and it might have already released its flavor. So the curry is now ready to serve. So here is our rajma chawal. So enjoy. To make tomato chutney, the needed ingredients are finely chopped green chili, onions, hing, tomatoes, finely chopped curry leaves, garlic and coriander, turmeric powder, red chili powder, salt, sugar and amchur powder or dry mango powder. Now starting the procedure, I have heated the oil in the pan and now I am going to add little bit of hing, some turmeric powder, garlic, coriander and curry leaf, once garlic is little bit sauteed, we are going to add onions. I have used around 2.5 or 3 onions. And now we will be adding green chili which we have chopped. Add a little salt so that onion gets cooked easily. And we are supposed to mix it until the onions are transparent or translucent. Once the size of onions decreases like this, we are going to add tomatoes. Let's close the lid for a minute or two so that the tomato gets cooked. So as you can see, the tomato is cooked properly. So we'll be adding red chili powder and a little bit of amchur powder. And stir it. So now we'll be adding salt according to your taste and a little bit of sugar to balance the sourness of tomatoes. We'll cook for some more time so that the red chili powder gets cooked well with the tomatoes and releases its flavor, and then our tomato chutney will be done. So now there is no raw smell coming from the chutney, so our chutney is done and is ready to be served. And garnish it with corianders on top. And the delicious tomato chutney is ready.
Now we'll be making bathwa raita. The ingredients needed are curd, bathwa paste, chili powder and salt. First, we need to mix curd and bathwa paste. Then we'll have to add salt and chili powder and mix it. After mixed properly, we can serve it and eat it.
Okay, to first make meethe chawal, we need 1 cup of basmati rice. And first we have to clean the rice twice nicely, and after washing the rice, you soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an hour. After 1 hour, you can soak the rice for an ho
After the rice is soaked, you drain the excess water. Now we start cooking the rice. You add some cardamom. And also some salt. After the rice is cooked properly, it's cooked properly about 70 to 80%, we put them to a new pan. First remove the excess water. Now take a new pan and add some ghee. Now we add some 2 to 3 cloves, cinnamon, star anise, and mix it well. Now after the ghee is melted properly, add the rice. Now add a pinch of saffron. We also add some almonds and cashew nuts and mix it well. Okay, and the main part of the ingredient, that is dry coconut. This is the main ingredient dish. It gives the flavor to the meete chawal. Now we add sugar, 1 cup, a lot of sugar on the rice itself. And we cover it with the lid. Now you see that the sugar is all melted. The water that sugar has released is all melted. Now you mix it well. The water that is released by the sugar should be completely dried out. So we mix it till it's all dry. Now that the water is all dried out, this is how it looks finally.
Today we'll be making kachi lassi, a famous Haryanvi dessert. The ingredients we need are a glass of boiled milk, ruafza or rose syrup, chilled water and 3 to 4 ice cubes along with few dried fruits of your wish. So starting off, let's put the ice cubes into the glass. Then we'll be adding some milk. Then we'll be pouring some chilled water. And then we'll be adding 2 to 3 spoons of ruafza. And mix it. After properly mixed, we'll be adding the dry fruits. Now our kachi lassi is ready to be served. So today we'll be making bhura roti ghee, a Haryanvi dish. The ingredients needed are dough made of wheat flour, sugar, either normal sugar or powdered sugar, and ghee. Starting off, we need to flatten the dough. Then put some sugar in it. Roll it. And then flatten it again for an even spread of the sugar in the dough. Then after flattening it, apply some ghee. After applying the ghee, put the roti on the pan. Let the roti come into a nice color, then flip it over. After the chapati is nicely heated, you can serve it into a plate and enjoy it.
Hello guys, today I am going to prepare a healthy meal, alsi ki pinni. The ingredients for making alsi ki pinni are: take 3 to 4 tablespoons of ghee, take some roasted dry fruits like cashews, almonds, then take raisins as much as you require, then take some powdered sugar, then take a half cup of flax seeds and 1 whole cup of wheat flour. Coming to the preparation, put the alsi in a dry pan and roast it. When alsi makes a crackling sound while getting roasted, then we should take it off from the stove and then we have to grind it. So let's wait for 5 to 10 minutes until it gets a crackling sound. So now it is crackling, so let's move it onto a plate. Now let's grind the roasted alsi into coarse powder. Now let's take 2 tablespoons of ghee into the pan. Now let's roast the wheat flour in ghee until it turns brown and leaves the fragrance. Now we can see that the wheat flour turned golden brown. Let's add alsi powder. Then let's add some dry fruits and mix it well. Now let's add some powdered sugar as per your taste. Then let's add 2 tablespoons of ghee. Then let's add some flaxseed powder, alsi powder, and let's roast it for 2 to 3 minutes in a low flame. As it is leaving its fragrance, let's turn off the stove and allow it to cool down for some time. Now we can see that our mixture has completely cooled down. Now let's apply some ghee to our hands and make small size balls with this mixture. Finally, let's garnish with some dry fruits to make it more attractive. Now, the delicious alsi ki pinni is ready to serve. Let's add some almond